Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. GM. It is Wednesday, November 20th. Feeling better today. My God, I'll tell you what, guys, if you watched the stream on Monday, the afternoon stream when I was talking with Believes, about 20 minutes left into the show is where things went sour for me. Holy shit. And I was just holding it back. And as soon as I hit stop on the record Monday afternoon, I ran straight to the bathroom, puked my guts out, and I didn't stop puking for 24 hours, man. I felt like I was dying, but I am back among the living, and I am happy to be here with you guys. GM, it's Web3 breakfast. I hope you have your coffee. I see Mr. Dude is drinking his. I have mine as well. It's definitely the preferred drink of choice in the morning. Now, it may be afternoon, like Doug. You could have a soda pop or a sparkling water or a tea, an afternoon tea, high tea. Maybe that's what you guys have there in London. Let's get some of you guys up here real quick. While we're bringing up everybody to the stage, make sure you smash the like button if you're watching on YouTube. And if you are watching on X, thank you, y'all. I mean, I'm gonna just say this: y'all are like Riri's, man. You don't even know how to hit a like on a video. So I'll show you really quick, just because I want you to get better at it. I just do. I think that it'd be advantageous for you guys to learn, and it's not just for me, right? Like I feel like this is something that would apply to a lot of things, for other shows and whatnot. So here you go. You're watching, usually you'll be watching like this. It's probably going to change the volume. So there you go. You're watching the show like that. You're like, man, look at those two good looking dudes, Mr. Dude and J Chains. And they got the speaker panel up. How cool is that? Go like this with your phone. Bada boom, bada bing. And then you can hit the heart. I'm going to like my own post, just so you guys know. See how that turned red? There you go. Down at the bottom. And then you just go back to the show. It's that easy. It is that easy. So GM, that was a long-winded way of saying good morning. Thank you for being here. Come on up to the stage if you guys want to chat. That's the whole point. That was part of the intro. Maybe I left that part out while I was thanking everybody who was watching the live stream. I also want to say, if you are here in this space here on Twitter, make sure you raise your hand if you want to chat with us. Come on up to the stage. Just be respectful. And if you don't feel like that, that's A-okay. Just go to the bottom right, hit the multiplier, bring some more people in here, and let's get this thing rolling. What's up, fam?
Yo, glad to hear you feeling better. Did you have, I don't know if you guys have it in the States, any of that triactin for when you're puking? Do you guys have triactin?
I have no idea what that is.
It's triactin like a man. Get to your show. Gotcha.
Yeah. Set me up on that one, and I got it. Bro, I literally thought I was dying. And not only that, it brought out all the body aches. So all that pinched nerve bullshit that I've been having in my legs, it was amplified. I couldn't even walk. And it's man, it's I re-pinched a nerve while I was puking. Come to find out, it was just part of the virus, I think. But I look like shit, I think, but I feel great. I lost 10 pounds. I got to put weight back on before the fight.
It's now that I know that you weren't feeling good, on Monday, I was thinking man, he looks you look paler. I was like, oh, it looks whiter than normal today. But then of course, because we're on camera, it could be the lighting or whatever. So I was just whatever. And then to hear you puking your brains out, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was funny. Whitney was telling me, because she was watching the tail end of the show, and she was singing. Because we talked after I got back into my office and I was laying on the floor here for a little bit, I called her and she's like, man, I knew something was wrong. She's like, I tuned in towards the last 15 minutes of your show and you just looked like death. I'm like, I felt like every bit of death that I looked like and that I ended up feeling like for the last couple of days.
Did you have the car that day, or were you lucky enough that she had it and had to come get you, or did you have to drive home?
Oh, I had to drive home.
Oh, that's the worst, because you're laying there I have to go drive this beast home.
Yeah, and I knew because the frequency. Because so here's the deal: is that Whit and Emmy had it over the weekend, right? And so I knew what was I knew what was coming, but I thought that I had escaped it. I thought that I did a really good job. Listen, I eat, I exercise every day. I'm not drinking. My immune system is probably fucking running at its peak right now. And so I was like, hell yeah, I escaped it. And then no. And so, dude, I knew like it was just like nonstop barfing. Dude, that drive home was horrible. Horrible.
There's nothing like pig germs,
dude. I've said that before.
Is this what I do when my kids start running a fever? I just start shooting whiskey, man. Just drink you some whiskey.
That way, when you puke, you don't know, was it the whiskey or am I sick?
Yeah. You're like, I'm either drunk and hungover or I'm sick. One of the two.
Dude, it's funny, like when you're saying that, like when a little while ago my wife was sick, my daughter was sick, and it's like, oh fuck, you know what's happening. You're just like, oh my god, when is it gonna hit me finally? Just waiting.
And I thought I escaped it.
It always waits till Friday, where it's like, oh, your work week's done. Like, oh, cool. Here's a bunch of diarrhea for the weekend. Hope you didn't have plans. You'll be good on Monday morning for work.
Yeah. You know, like, so that was a conversation. Whitney and I had that this morning. It was like, you know, on Friday. So I was supposed to go down to like St. Petersburg, Jacksonville area to go train with Heck the Snack. But I think I got to push that to next week because I forgot we're going to Nashville to go spend like with all my siblings at my sister's house. We're going to do Thanksgiving Friday. We're leaving Friday for that. And so I was thinking like, thank God, like it happened already for all of us. We're all good. And I said, you know, and then next week we're on Thanksgiving Day, we're flying to Dubai. And so I was talking to Whit. I was like, listen, we probably got like, we're done with like the gymnastics and the dance classes in between now and then, because you fucking know what happened when you go there. When every single fucking time we come back sick. And so we can't risk the biscuit between now and Dubai. So that's it. I'm going to probably have to ask my siblings, and it's going to be a tough one. Like, hey, how's everyone feeling? I got like a very big week coming up and I can't get the shits again.
You can have the COVID mask at the Thanksgiving.
Never. I was the anti-masker. I was the one that always was. I rode the fucking line in stores and places where I was about ready to get kicked out for not wearing my mask. If I had to be there, I'd figure it out and wear it and then just take it off when they stopped looking again. Same thing with airplanes. One time I was flying on an airplane and like, how fucking stupid is this? Like literally you're 2.5 feet next to somebody and I'm wearing my mask and I like to board and all that stuff. And then I take it off. And I had a king. Was it like a family? I got the family size thing of M&Ms on purpose so that I could just be eating, because they're like, sir, you have to put your mask up when you're not eating. And I'm like, no, I'm continuing to eat. Don't worry. And so I just like kept eating M&Ms. She goes, well, maybe what you need to think about is slowing down and put it up in between bites. And I'm like, I'm really hungry. Nom, nom, nom. You know, like
don't tell me how to be fat, lady.
Yeah,
this is my fatness journey. Get the fuck out. Go on your own journey.
Exactly.
And it still kills me when I see people walking down the street. They're walking their fucking dog outside with a mask on still. It's so weird.
Or the people.
I resist.
Go ahead, Gringo.
I was gonna say I resisted too, brother. I fought those masks as much as possible, and I did not get vaxxed. So I have that pure blood semen now.
Same here.
All these other vaccines.
You got those pure blood fluids. We're gonna be
absolutely.
It's gonna be like Bitcoin in a couple years.
Yeah, somebody was making that joke. It's something similar like that. Like, yeah, it's like unvaxxed jizz is the next Bitcoin.
Dude, in 10 years or maybe in a couple years, like that's the thing. I'll trade like a couple vials of blood and some semen for a Bitcoin.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a donor. Any beautiful ladies listening, you know, I got Bitcoin in my balls, baby.
Oh, you got microplastics like all of us in your balls.
That's true. Isn't it like a credit card's worth is roughly, isn't it? The average man's balls in the U.S. right now. Man, I can't wait for RFK to get in and clean up my balls, you know.
Can you get them out?
No.
Can you get a plasticotomy?
It's a forever chemical.
Come on,
somebody's got to figure it out. The store.
You guys will all be fine. We've probably had it for 100 years already.
So I'm going to create.
Yeah, you guys already had kids, so you guys are fine. You had kids already, so.
I guess that's a good point. Take my balls.
So you got Bitcoin in the balls. And then basically what's going to happen is
Mike. We can't understand a word you are saying right now between the muffle and the background.
I'm outside now.
You got to cut that air
Nah,
compressor
someone else
off.
is working. I can't really control that. But no, it's basically you have Bitcoin in your balls because of unvax. And when you go to the store, you can just tap your balls on the debit machine. Just tap it.
Absolutely, that's a great idea. You got Swift balls.
Yeah, you guys take tap here. Hold on.
Hey, you might have heard about the XRPL ledger. I got a different ledger for you.
The Thugondese ledger. Oh, the Thugondese what? The Thugondese nuts.
Take that green candle, baby. Oh yeah.
Y'all are wild. I feel like it's a Monday, even though it's Wednesday. How did yesterday go? I saw there was a show, and then I saw there was a technical difficulty.
We just talked a little bit about your fight and what else, our plans, Doug's travel plans. Then I dropped the headphones, and that was kind of it. Panicked.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I'm super excited. Doug, 6 a.m. Doug, my guy, coming out to Dubai. Actually going to be one of my corner guys. I love that. 2 in a row. 2 times. We was in London. Not my corner guy, but
so if you were to lose this time, which we know you're not, I guess like the correlation is actually could be Doug.
Well, Doug wasn't there for the karate combat.
No, he was there for Ben's, but like that was Ben's fighting, so it could be. We'll just blame Doug this time.
Maybe Doug's good luck. Doug is good luck. Why did he drop down to listener?
He just left. He's like, I'm out of here. These guys are talking about me being good luck or bad luck. I'm out of here.
Oh, there he is. He's back. The rug strikes. Man, I'll tell you what, Twitter is just rugville when it comes to spaces.
Yeah, it is wild from the sense of like what? Okay, so you pay $44 billion from it. And obviously he made some changes, which is cool. He's allowed to make whatever changes he wants. And customer service like went down terribly, which we can all agree. And I'm assuming it'll slowly get better. But it's like, bro, the one thing he wants to be known for is spaces where he's had the president of the United States on and videos. But yet neither of those are really improving.
What's better? Twitter Space or X Space or whatever you want to call it, or Netflix during the Tyson Paul fight, which I heard they're getting.
It's always so funny. You hear these big companies always like, we're going to have this huge event. Oh, we've tested the weight load of our streaming, whatever, for this event. And then it always still crashes. Like, how did you say you tested it?
Well, you can never you can't stress test anything for. It's like, man, I feel like it's the same thing for like fights. Like you can train, you can do a little bit of sparring, right, but it's never the
everything
100%.
In optimal condition, right? Because it's like, here, we're going to put you in optimal conditions, and we're going to test everything.
Yeah.
Oh, weird, it worked.
Yeah, but then, like when conditions aren't at the peak and you've got 60 million people all trying to get onto one site, like, yeah, you might have a little bit of a problem here and there. But yeah. H-bar for life. What's up, my G?
Nothing, man. I just want to say good morning and just congratulations on having those big plastic balls of yours and getting in the ring and still fighting. After talking to you and Postmaster the other day, I was like, I'm getting back in shape.
Yes.
I'm going to do this. I did legs a couple days ago. I did chest day yesterday. And now I can't reach for anything. I can barely fucking walk. It looks like a stick up my butt. I just am in the worst pain ever. And I'm almost 40. So it's like, I'm not even like 50 or 60. So it's kind of sad that I'm almost, I can barely move.
But you're doing it now.
And it's just,
but you're doing it now so that when you are 50, because like if you just kind of stay active now, you do that, right? Like I did that same thing most recently too, where it was literally I couldn't fucking move my arms. When I was a kid, man, when I was like in high school and all that stuff, like that shit would go away in like 2 days, but it took me about a week this time because I'm 42 as well, right? But the thing is, what I'm trying to do is set myself up for the next decade, and that's like this whole mentality thing that I'm shifting to is like, what do I want to be when I'm 52, right? And so it's time to start putting in that work now because time flies, all that shit. If it's part of your function now, by the time you get to where you're thinking about, you'll be there already, right? And so that's one of my little mental shifts that I've made is where do I want to be physically with my body in 10 years? Let's start working on it now.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm not like I am a assistant coach for a 7 and under co-ed soccer team, so I do get some running in.
Nice.
You know, it's easy to keep up with those little tiny legs, and my 3-year-old's team too. So, but I didn't realize that on-field soccer with 3-year-olds didn't translate into big boy weights at all. And I'm just trying to get it all together, man. But so hopefully we'll all be super duper rich by the time we're 52.
Fuck
and,
yeah, dude. Ripped and rich.
Yeah, dude.
The 3 R's got retarded.
I don't need to. We can maybe make enough money, dude. It's life-changing money, dude. It'd be great. Not life-changing, but I don't know. Did you hear about that H-bar ETF? Hopefully that gets passed, because then I will be fucking rich.
Oh, dude, that'll be huge. I think what we got, because I don't remember who it was. Canary Capital was the one who launched that, or said that was launched, or they filed it. Good news, you know it's going to be down the road, but no one's going to prove anything, I think, until it's like BlackRock or what's the other big one?
And Goldman Sachs is doing a big RWA marketplace, RWA. Yeah.
But dude, it's coming, right? It might be like, you know, mid or late next year or something like that, or I don't know, down the road, but it's coming. It's not going to come from Canary Capital.
I'm excited to see Gary Gensler resign and either launch his own coin or his own ETF. He'll be like, no, I know you have to approve this.
Come on. Do you think
the Gary Gensler ETF?
Dude, I think it's a slam dunk for him to launch a coin, though. If he launched a coin, every fucking DGen would buy into it. That'd be a move. We should advise
1,000%, just for the culture. We should. Let's send him an email.
Know him? Let's get in touch with him. Come on. Let's get him to do this.
Apparently, the SEC says we can just set up a meeting, Jay, so I'm sure it'll be easy. Just come on in and talk to us.
That's a great idea. I think that he would, honestly, that thing would just, it would like that. I'm laughing. That kid, did you hear about the kid that launched like 2 coins?
That little mofo. Yeah. Rugged everybody, giving him the finger right on camera. Rugged everyone. $2,000 he made.
They doxed his mom and his dad.
Yeah, his school. And then they ran the token up.
Yeah, like the $2 million market cap or something. This space is wild, dude. We are still, it's when stuff like that happens, you know, people talk about regulation and all that shit. Guys, we are so fucking far away from that when things like what we just saw in the last like 16 hours play out. That's like not real life, right? That like that in the financial world, that's not real. That shit can't happen. But we're still in the Wild West, so get while the fucking getting is good.
Well, also that AI shit, man, like Zero Bro and Terminal of Truth. Did you guys hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Like the first AI agent became a millionaire from crypto. Like that's going on right now too. So good luck regulating that. You can't physically arrest AI. Those things are going to be billionaires, like probably this cycle.
I need one. I don't need it to make me a billionaire. Just make me a millionaire. Where do we get one?
Yeah, just get me the first one for sure. I'm in.
Let's just get it.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that are making them right now. I don't know much. I'm just now learning about it. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
Thank you. Crypto Antagonist finished my thought about the ETF thing, Grayscale. So it's either going to be BlackRock or Grayscale that's going to actually get the ETFs approved. So when HBAR does have an ETF, it will likely come from one of those two entities first.
God, I hope so, dude. Do you think it helps at all that they're an American-based company founded by an ex-Air Force computer engineer? Like, it's very America. And then on
top of it, just about they're with about every top 100 company you could imagine.
It's bullish. And if Trump's not going to tax them because they're in a United States-based company founded, it's pretty bullish news. I mean, I don't know. I took money out of my 401k and dumped it in there, so I'm sure it's actually going to be better than it just sitting in my 401k.
Are you in PAC too?
News. PAC, yeah, I have some PAC. I didn't go as bullish into PAC. I love my hash pack, and I don't use any other DeFi wallet for HBAR. But I'm more bullish on H Suites because of their community nodes and being cross chain with the zero slippage DEX and all that jazz. Their H Suites is like the second biggest DEX, only second to Saucer Swap, which is got all the backing by the HODLer Foundation, so they get all these grants. And you know, the H Suites is completely community driven and built, and but they've delivered everything that they would. And you know, these smart nodes you can code in JavaScript and TypeScript, so they can onboard more developers. You know, because not everyone can code in Rust and Solidity but there's way more. It's like 10 times or 20 times more people that can code in JavaScript and TypeScript. So once those nodes go live, like next month,
Mm-hmm.
and anything's possible. They got smart apps that you can build on there. I mean, it's incredible. So
I am so
they're doing
bullish
some
on
big
HBAR.
things. My karate combat. Yeah, that whole ecosystem is, you know, Bank Social with those federal credit unions. They're within federal guidelines in like 25 states or something like that. You got Bank Social, Karate Combat, HBAR Suites, and even the meme coins have cross chains decks attached to them. So
Oh, really?
it's you know, once HODLer gets some kind of respect, things are going to get wild, dude. In my most humble opinion, not financial advice. You do your own research, but it's some stuff going on.
I believe you, brother. I'm right there with you. I think it's just one of the problems is that when you like, if someone asks you about it and you say, well, it's not blockchain, it's the hash graph, you lose them immediately, right? So we just got to find. It's almost like a lot of things that we have in our ecosystem. We have to find a better way to talk about it so it's more relatable and understandable. Because it's a not that it's a far out concept. It's just it becomes confusing when you say, well, it's not the blockchain, and people are like, what? Neil, I think the hands, I believe, was Neil, and then Mike. Let's hit you guys up. What's up? What's up?
Well, I was just going over, you know, what is it called, market cap comparison or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so to get to the market cap of ADA, HBAR would be 79 cents, and to get to the market cap of XRP, I think it was $1.71. So I'm just trying to figure out in between, you know, 79 cents and $1.71. Where's our actual price target?
Probably somewhere in the middle. Yeah,
I'm going $1
$1.35.
all day.
$1.35.
Yeah, I'm going $1.25 because I mean, ADA is partnering with HBAR and X space or whatever to send a node up into space. Like Charles Haskins reaches out to Lehman Baird a couple times a year. And then if you look at XRP, like their golden standard, they wanted to get to transactions per second to like a Visa kind of thing, so like 10,000 transactions per second. But without sharding, HBAR was doing like hundreds of thousands of transactions per second, and Lehman Baird's gone on tape and on video to say that the hash graph with sharding would be able to hold millions of transactions per second. So it's pretty exciting stuff. I don't know. It is what it is. So the two like of their biggest competitors work with them. You know what I mean? So it's could be face melting is what I would say.
Dude,
Eventually.
100%. I do like to remind everybody every now and then when people start talking about Cardano. I do check this out on DeFi Llama. I will let you know the margin has gotten shorter, but currently Pulse Chain, you heard me there, Pulse Chain has more TVL than Cardano. Go ahead, Mike.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually watching I think it was Anthony Pompliano, and he was talking about how it might be a good idea to maybe get some, companies that are like for crypto companies that are like U.S. based because of this new administration. It might be a good play.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably it's not a bad bet. It's one of those. Still just got to pick the right one.
The problem is, though, is if you put someone in your administration, that's why, like what you see what's going on with the Department of Government Efficiency is that it's not an administration position. It's not a cabinet position. It's like a third-party organization that's being sanctioned by the government or whatever. And so Elon Musk does not have to give up any of his duties to Tesla or SpaceX or whatever. None of that. None of that. Right. But so if you bring someone into your actual administration, they would have to get rid of all of their business interests. And you wouldn't want that to happen, to be honest with you.
I'm more meaning like that it would be the regulatory scrutiny wouldn't be so harsh for U.S. based crypto companies. That might be a little bit of an easier time for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was picking up on that. I guess right now it's just so much of a rumor that I think like if we fast forward to, let's just say like even January 1st, when they almost are in office, we might get some more clarity on like, was it a rumor or is he actually going to go through with this? Because then, yeah, you're right, Mike. Like whoever's been scooping up shares of whatever American crypto company, you're going to be killing it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, so go through it. It's what do you have? You got like XRP, you've got HBAR. There are several, man. I don't know. We got to find a list of this big.
Yeah. Plus, we're also probably still so early in our crypto like cycle as a whole that we haven't even approached. Like, no one's bought anyone. Like, just wait until there's like Ripple is rich enough that they can start acquiring companies.
So let me ask you guys a question. Let's talk about this because now this is the question. Suppose all of that goes through, and here in the U.S. you've got no capital gains tax on any crypto that's here from America. Is that Bitcoin? Could you consider that Bitcoin, especially if it's being mined here? If we turn up the hash rate here and we start mining a lot of the Bitcoin here, would you be able to say that then now we could remove capital gains taxes on Bitcoin?
That's a good question. Maybe they'd have to start putting in stipulations. If you can prove that this was mined from an American mining facility, no tax. But if you can't, then we're going to assume it was mined in Europe.
Really interesting. You could verify with your Satoshis, right? Which block it was mined and where it was mined, as long as there's an IP address that's a COC.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the IP address. Another interesting thing is maybe it's a good time to start DAOs. Start a DAO with your friends. Like if it's going to be no capital gains, why not?
Yeah, another good point. I guess we become early again when this is introduced for the first time because no one else is doing it. So it's like, damn, you're early again. Like there's opportunity everywhere to do these things, whether it's make sure you're exclusively mining from an American facility or starting a DAO. There's going to be so many neat tips and tricks.
And and I don't mean to cut in here, but what kind of got me into crypto is that the market cap when I got in, like November 2021, and a lot of red in my days, it was like $3.5 trillion, basically where it's at now. And, that's 3% of the global market cap, basically. And so even if we're so early, and it felt like during the bear market, like maybe I was wrong, but now that Bitcoin went from $900 billion to like 1.8 trillion in the past, year or two, or it's insane. And so, if and that with the ETF, so anything that grabs the ETF, you're pretty early on, I think, even with Ethereum. I don't know, but that's just no. I don't say how you don't cut it. Us being early in anything, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty bullish on crypto again. I'm not saying I ever lost faith in it, but it was just it's been a hard go for me when I'm down 90% on most of my stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's the bear market, right? That's the bear market blues. That's what it does to you, and we're all starting to come back out of it. Listen, guy, for a little while, like I was having some crazy PTSD on my trading, right? Where I was just so afraid that it was going to just reverse in a second. And, I had to get out of the mentality. It's like, wait a second, we are in a bull run. Things are better. Things are positive. Like the light at the end of the tunnel is here. We are here. Now it is ready to explode. And so it was just getting out of that mentality of the doom and gloom of bear market, because we all had to live through it. We all saw our portfolios go way down. But what are we going to do different this time, ladies and gentlemen? What are we going to do? We're going to take some fucking profits. We are going to make some money and realize those gains so that we can buy the Lambos, so that we could buy the whatever that you want. I don't know. I would never buy a Lambo. If I did, I would get the Urus, because I'm too big of a guy to get down into those little fucking Huracans, man. I do not like that at all. But I'd get a Urus for sure.
I'm getting
I'm
my
just trying to get
ass in
another
there.
minivan, dude. I love my minivan, but I'm coming up on 60,000 miles, and they're probably good for like 100, 150. So I just want minivan money, man.
Dude, you know what you do? You get the Dodge Caravan, and then you upgrade it with the the Hellcat motor, right? So then you got a minivan. That thing just rips. I know they put them in Durangos, so you could do it in a minivan. Go ahead, Foley.
I got a minivan story. Those things roll out, dude. We did like 95 all the way from south of Chicago down to Mississippi, and that thing it was like riding in a Cadillac. It was crazy.
Dude, it's like, honestly, like that's like the camouflage vehicle. Like, is a cop ever going to be pulling over a fucking minivan? No, not at all. Like, you fly under the radar in those things. It is pretty genius, and it's very spacious. But what you have to do is lower your expectations of certain things to do that. I'm not making fun of you, Neil. I realized where I was going.
I don't own one. It was a rental.
Oh, good. You start to realize you're less of a man.
Bro, I'm a whole man. I ain't no less.
There you go. Oh, I appreciate that. No, thank you for the clarification that it was a rental, that it was not your. I felt real bad. I started going into that. I'm like, man, I should just stop where I'm at right now. This is not going to go to a good place.
If I was gonna have a van, it would be one of those A-Team vans. You know,
Yes.
What's the name?
The Econolines.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I can pull I'd rather pull my 10 5s than 110 any day in my minivan, bro. And I got space enough to do the things.
I mean, it is like a little mini RV, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has it got
full
a bed
of
in the
spots.
back?
No, but the seats fold down completely into the thing. So it's got enough space. I don't need that much space. It's not gonna last very long. I'm just gonna be in and out and be done. And I'm happy, and then push her back into the bar. See ya.
Absolutely. Start a bang buzz. That's what I'm doing in my minivan. So
There's no making this sound cool, guys.
Not
In
at
our
all.
loser cruisers.
Not at all.
Oh my god, it's the Bitcoin balls bang bus.
absolutely. Let's make it. It's the Bitcoin ball bang buzz DAO. We should start it and no capital gains taxes.
He's definitely endowed.
Oh God.
Oh.
And all the ladies just turned off the show.
I'm used to that one. Man.
Still got one. Still got one.
Ay. What am I going to do with you guys? Oh, it's good. Good. Hey, it's good for a Wednesday. Oh, I didn't realize. Man, that was actually a fast half of the show so far. Damn, guys, go ahead and smash the like if you are watching on YouTube, and I appreciate. One of these days, I'm gonna check that. We got the bulk majority of you watching over on X, so go ahead, turn your phones if you are watching on your phone. And then hit the heart, and then you just turn it right back. And if you need a tutorial, we did one earlier in the show, so go back and rewatch it later. But appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. If you do want to come up and chat with us, all you got to do, raise your hand. See, we got two of those. Let's go Foley and then Doug.
Hey, real quick, I have a crypto question and a technical question. So, first crypto question is like, what's everybody's thought on Monero? Like, you keep talking about all these other things. I know that's like a dirty word, but curious everybody's take on what the future of that looks like. And then my second question is, I just dropped because I listen to this space in my earbuds, and when I get a phone call and I decline my phone call, then it switches to the phone audio and I lose it on my headphones. So then I have to drop and come back in. Is there like a better way to do that? So my first question is more important. My second, I'm just kind of fucking annoyed.
Yeah, as far as Monero goes, I'm not a Monero guy. I think that's to each their own. Like, if you're looking for privacy, that's your thing. And if anybody wants to come up and and you can speak intelligently about Monero, you are absolutely more than welcome to. It is not my jam, though. And then as far as technical goes, all I can tell you is the Bluetooth connection on my phone. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Android. Google Pixel.
All right. Well, maybe it's just what it is. Like the Bluetooth between the phone and the space is so fucking weird because like I test the Bluetooth every single day, right? And there's a difference. It's like a different Bluetooth with space than it is everything else. Because like, and especially like when you become the host or a co-host, right? It's you go through like different levels of connections. And so, I will be testing the Bluetooth, listening to music before we start the show. And then I connect, go into Twitter, become the host of the show, and it's like the Bluetooth connection was never even there. And so it's wonky, dude. It's one of those things that I believe it's an engineer fix on the Twitter side or a technical fix from the phone side, but it's obnoxious, extremely. I'm with you, Dougie Doug.
Hey, since we're on the Monero thing, and before we move on
Yeah.
to Doug, I was really interested in Monero a couple of years ago. Like you said, for the privacy deal, but at the same time, like Squid Grow trying to do this silent swap. Is that not something really similar? Do you see that? Do we think that might come back? I don't know.
So, so that's one thing that I've said, and I love the idea of silent swap, right? It's bringing privacy back to crypto. And so you don't have to get into a coin that you feel like with Monero, I just feel like we're being shady, right? Because of what it does. Whereas with silent swap, yeah, like say you want to, and what's really cool, you could send it to, say you want to send it to 4 different addresses, you can do that, and you can send it to different chains. It doesn't cup as a wrapped asset. It's the actual native asset for that blockchain. So it's really cool. So you could set yourself up a wallet that has no affiliation or connection or whatever, and just bada boom, bada bing, send yourself some stuff there. I love that idea. I think that we do need to bring some privacy and security back to the ecosystem. But you guys have heard me talk about this, and we trade our conveniences for privacy. We trade our conveniences for security, all that. Think about what we do at the airport. Like I scan my eyeballs so that I don't have to take my shoes or my laptop out, and I can just get right through, right? Like it's that same kind of thing. But going back to the ecosystem, and as it grows, I feel like there are definitely needs and wants and haves for technology like that. And so I welcome it with open arms. I love Silent Swap. I love everything that they're doing with Squid Grow and everything. You guys know that. Doug.
Hey, sorry about that earlier, guys. I found a new button in my car, so I thought, let's press that and see what happens. And it's called Bioweapon Defense Mode. As soon as I pressed that, I just got booted from the space.
Wait, so you have a Tesla, right?
I do, yeah. I've got the Model S Raven Edition.
Yeah. Okay, so AJ was just telling me about this when we went down to the XRP documentary. We rode down in the Cybertruck, and he was telling me that there is a button. It basically, like, if there's a nuclear bomb that blows off, or like you said, a biohazard, whatever, you press that, and you're in a pressurized sealed chamber.
Yeah, it was so random. I was listening to you guys.
It's wild that you thought while listening to the show and driving, you're like, I should push this button, but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, sorry about that. But hey, GM everybody, Bitcoin. Wow, doing well today. Hope everyone's looking at their portfolio with a smile.
Oh, we
I know
are.
I looked at mine.
I am, dude, and
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun with Ondo right now. I crushed another. Oh, it's coming down to my fucking level. I'm telling you, if you can, I've been crushing it, hitting some leverage trades with Ondo. Thing comes down to like 97 cents, man. You just throw in a nice little long ski, get out at like $1.02, and you made yourself whatever. Like I made a G this morning by 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome. No, I'm looking forward to doing a bit more training. I took a few days out after my XRP mishap, I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm reloaded and I'm ready to go.
That's the game. I got smoked out on one of my trades, and you guys know, like I ended up hanging on to that Bitcoin short that I was in for a while. Got out of it several days ago though, so I never got liquidated. It took like 40 or like 45% of what I had in the trade. So, whatever. But I ended up making it back there. I did like a couple like big trades in the last several days that have definitely more than made up for it. And I'm like ready. I was telling you guys this morning, like I am loaded up and ready to if we hit I think 96.82 is where I'm going to set this number. That's where I'm going to set a big ass buy order and literally just at 96 cents for Ondo, and take that sucker long. $1.50. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Keep
Drinks
it
in Dubai,
VHS,
private
man.
party on Jay.
What was that, Doug?
I was saying, yeah, but private party and drinks on Jay in Dubai, yeah?
Oh, God, yeah. You know that. Well, you know, it's funny. It's going to have to be the night of the fight because I can't drink until the fight. Well, I won't drink until the fight. That's my choice. And then I'm out the next morning at like 9:30. We've got a flight out. So it's going to have to be definitely a post-fight celebration with the belt. Sorry, Eric, if you're listening, but I'm going to take the belt. I'm going to take the belt. That's mine. And I'm taking it home, and we're going to celebrate with it that night in Dubai, December 6th.
And
I'm
you're
really
gonna wear
excited
it
you're going to
on
be
the
there,
plane.
and you get to meet Whit and Emmy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Next week, man. I fly out there next week, so we're leaving on Thanksgiving. Coming up quick. I needed a couple days. You guys know I'm old, and being in a plane for like 20 hours, man. I needed a couple days to make sure this old body was back to performance. So I got my boxing gym all squared away for while I'm there. Boom. We're gonna get it, baby. Let's get it.
Hey, Jay, I was going to say VHS, man. Good call on that one, too. Talk about victory.
You know it, man.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of people in the community that are making some X's on that one. Super excited. We first talking about that, I think it was about, if I'm not mistaken, $350,000 market cap, pushing on like 1.4 today. Hopefully we'll be at 2 very soon here. Seems to have some nice consolidations and then runs. I haven't looked at it today. It's at 1.4.
You've got to give yourself some more credit than that, brother, because when you actually posted the address in our exclusive chat, I think it was a 221 market cap.
Okay. All
if
right.
I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
you know, I'll just try to stay humble. You know what I mean, guys? But the whole point is, listen, we're just going to try to make some wins here. I think that's the whole point, is that we all got to win. It's our come up. I know that this is the alpha right now. It's coins. Let's make that money so we can get those NFTs. You know, my goal, like I said, is to buy a Bored Ape, but I'm not going to buy it until I've secured the bag. And I think it's time to really focus on that. So we'll keep doing.
Plus, there's stops along the way, right? Like a Metavixen is a great stop along the way to the Bored Ape again. Oh, weird. They're actually having mint day today. That's so wild. I forgot.
Those guys, man. Those ladies, I mean. What's the mint?
Yeah, it's weird. There will be a space tonight. If anybody has any questions about it, they can go to that space. I'm sure they'll be better than last drop. It's wild. You guys should just, check it out. NFA, BYOR, all that stuff.
Yeah, actually, I'll share one more sales pitch for it. There's been a ton of activity in the last 3 weeks, and I think a lot of us who buy in are a little bit dry. So you never know how the auctions are going to turn out, but I have a feeling this one could be a bit of a lower price point. So if you didn't want to pay 0.3 or pay 0.4 where they've been going recently, and there's probably one at least that'll go for under 0.3. So just keep an eye out for it. Could be wrong. Sometimes those auctions go crazy regardless. People find money, but there's just been a ton of activity in the last 6 weeks. So everybody's kind of unliquid at the moment. We'll see.
Ask you a question, an honest question. And I'm
Sure.
not, this is just because I want to know the community.
Sure.
Are you watching the community grow with all of this, or is it just the same people just buying the same, the new releases? And
slower growth.
Yeah, it's a great question. So we have like 3 layers of community, right? And so the first layer is Anna, right? She's the sole founder, creator, CEO, social media. Nobody else has any formal interest in the project.
Mhm.
And then there's obviously the group of whales, of those of us that have been around for 2+ years. And what I would say is we grow in waves. So about 3 months ago, we added 4 or 5 new people who have been rushing to get to custom. So they went from 1 to 13 in 3.5 months flat. And the cool part about it is, I think there are about 5 or 6 of those people. 4 of them have kind of joined us on that marketing journey. And it's hard because we're an only 1,000-piece project, so we're never going to have 10,000 PFP. You can have 2,000 holders. We're just never going to have that. It's just impossible. And so we have to be more efficient and smarter than everyone else. And then the third wave of the community is obviously Anna has all of her exclusive collections, their lower price points, and then you get the holder counts up. And we have new people entering that all the time as well. So I don't have stats on that. We've been trying to figure out a good way to like capture that onboarding of the lower
that's
end.
a good thing to look into for sure.
Yeah.
I would say like in the main collection, Jay, over the last like, let's just say 12 weeks, there's probably been 10 new people buying like a main collection. And some of them are people who sold out a while back and now are rebuying in.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like a slow growth of the main collection.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's good, right? And I think that, you like trying to identify the unique holders that you have. I think that that's a fantastic thing. And that shows that there's growth. I think, one thing I just, to me, I don't know if people are going to be spending money on NFTs right now. And I know that the community is, but just
you're right.
To get.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But now you're going to get them for cheaper, right? Like, are people spending money on NFTs? No. So the people who do get them at a discount.
No, that's very true.
And
Plus,
then sell them at a profit.
Plus, you got to think there probably are people who going to make, a nice buck on some of the meme coins that are popping, and, maybe they do shuffle it straight back.
Yep.
The only problem is that you've got to now go from, because everybody's making money on Solana. Is that what you got to go back over to Ethereum, or is it on Base?
Oh, it's on Polygon, but also great segue because pinned up at the top. So I'm not associated with this coin. This guy, he's like 20 to 26, somewhere in that age bracket. He launched a coin called Pat on Polygon. So you can actually, this little guy is a genius. You can switch from Sol to Polygon right in their trading bot now without any bridge fees or whatnot. It is wild how easy this guy is making it to go from Solana to Polygon. So worth checking out, people. I'm not affiliated. I hold some coins, but worth
Dude,
it.
it's funny that's something you put in there, because that to me was going to be the biggest challenge. Because like I know from switching to Polygon in other, like from Ethereum to Polygon has been in the past. I would never do it again because of how like tragic it was. And I think it took 7 days for my ETH to switch over to Pol, and then I was like distraught for this.
In MetaMask, you can do it almost immediately. Same with OpenSea now. But yes, that is still it is still a major hurdle. But the ag layer, guys, Polygon is trying to actually solve that with their ag layer, where you can just link into the bridge, and then it's like you don't even know you're doing it.
Oh, nice.
Well, but it's exactly what Jay said earlier, though. So, like Polygon, I think has some of the best tech out there, but they have not yet. And I've told a lot of them this directly. They haven't figured out a way to explain it simply so that people can understand it with some sort of use case. When they do that, I think it's going to blow up. So I keep pumping a bunch of money into just my side bag of Polygon. It's cheap. It's like 42 cents right now. And every week just plowing money in there. Right?
Is that all that it is? Because like to me, like when it was Matic, obviously it's changed now. Like that was always like in my mind, that was at least a $1 coin, right? Like at least. Like so you've got
all-time high was $3.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they shifted to their ZEVM layer and the ag layer, which they renamed it to.
No, those are separate. The ZK EVM and the ag layer are separate technologies.
Okay. Yeah. So it confused me, obviously. You just heard it. And so like they took this huge hit because nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. But as I understand it, what they're doing is brilliant. And I'm asking them to give me some use cases so I could sell it to you. But I think they're going to make crypto very interoperable across any way you want to do it. Similar to this, I got to look into what Mr. D just posted, but I think it's a real like cheap way to have a nice long-term like moon bag somewhere.
Yeah,
it's not a meme coin.
You think like, and I would say, if someone was looking for an investment that was, You know it's going to perform well, but it might not outperform the market, but you could at least guarantee some, a win on that. I would suggest that, like, to a parent or something, right? Like, you don't want to, like, if you want to make more than what Bitcoin's going to offer you, like, I would get them into other coins than Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And I would think Polygon Polygon is definitely one. We're showing that it had the all-time high since it's become Pol was March of this year at $1.27. Right. And at 46 cents right now, man, that's you're almost going to 3 times your money. That's some safe investing. It might even do more. Like you said, like when it was Matic, it went to 3 something. So you might see some gains, but it's a safer one than some other options. That's for sure.
Right. Cause it's a chain coin. So the good thing about a chain coin is it's never going to rug. It's going to go up and down, and it's going to have whatever FUD that comes along with being a chain coin throughout its course of history. But they're never just going to pull the rug out on you. So yeah, like $3. Let's just say it gets back to $3, and it's a forever to $3 coin. Like at least then 1, it's stable, and 2, like if you bought it now, you made a bunch of money.
Yeah, 100%. And these are things you got to be thinking about it. Remember, today's Wednesday, November 20th. Y'all got a week to practice your pitch. A week. Because remember, it's not up only. We got to remember. We got to tell our families we don't want them to get wrecked this year. So crypto's gonna fucking pump. But remember to sell out when you reach your target. Remember when you talk to Uncle Steve at the table, and you got Aunt Sue and Uncle Betty and Uncle Jim, and everybody's thinking like, "So you made all this money? How do I do it too?" You gotta keep them in check. You got to tell them, "Hey, listen, set a target, and when you get that target, that's when you tap out. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. That's the rule."
And tell them to wait until what, like February, right? Because we're going to dump after, as everybody preps for Christmas, right? Or no?
Well, historically, we've had somewhat greener pastures before Christmas, like somewhat.
Yeah.
But not like huge dumps. So it's just going to be like whatever it is right now. You can basically tell them up and down.
I think people are going to be buying a fuck ton of toys this year, but that's just me.
I mean, I think, yeah.
One thing for sure, though, Jay, is I will not be doing my Thanksgiving pitch to my family from a bike. It is so hard to just like get a word. I feel like you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle, the little kid in the wheelchair? That's what I feel like right now. You take a deep breath in between every word. Holy crap.
Hey, can I get some suggestions on my pitch that like I've got like less than a third of what I invested? Like, what's that pitch going to sound like?
You don't tell that part. Obviously, you lie.
Trust me.
No.
I'm going to be good. I'm actually going to make a lot of money, and you could, as long as you don't necessarily listen to me.
Yeah, you have to wait, and you have to wear all your nice clothes and be like, look, I got in at the bottom, bear market. Look at this watch. Look at this suit. This is all I have, but it could be all you have too in 3 years.
It's all about the timing.
I'm going to show up with a 12-pack of bottles of Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
Yep.
I'm going to blow these people's mind, bro.
Absolutely.
Just like start tossing them around. Be like, here you go, Dad, Uncle Steve. Be like, let's crack these boys. I am pre-rich, baby.
Yeah. We're gonna have
and
a
they're
good
not even
next
cold,
year, brother. Hey, there's a question. This is a Polygon question coming in on the YouTube chat. Which, by the way, shout out to all the folks watching over on YouTube. Y'all are the heroes. This comes from Fiat Currency. Oh, that's funny. Now that I said that, I get it. Do you know what the all-time high is adjusted inflation compared to the last cycle all-time high? Polygon fell out of favor for some reason. It was never listed at some point in layer 2s. Do they need to burn? Is there any kind of burn for Polygon or no?
I don't think there's any burn, but their whole goal ultimately is to get rid of fragmentation across all the chains. And from what I've kind of gathered from the Ag Summit that I watched is be more of kind of like XRP, where they want to be like very use case and very like basically replace fiat in that sort of sense. So inflation, I have no idea how to account for that. Like, what would it be from $3 to 21% of that? So who knows? But it might never be $1,000 coin.
6 a.m. Doug says the only burn is what the founder is smoking.
Also, right. I mean, you guys have people who are in the interview process for Polygon right now. I've heard through the grapevine.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah, I also think they're playing in the business transaction space. So if you think about like company A, company B selling a million SKUs of items back and forth, and that whole thing of like, EDI transactions and that type of thing, where you just take a little cent off of every little thing that moves. And if you do that in a smart contract,
Sorry.
Playing them off stage.
I clicked up the YouTube tab, and all of a sudden the show started playing. My bad. That was like the cane get off the stage.
That's actually that's great, because I feel like I've deserved to be gonged like 10 times in my life, but it's never actually happened. So that was kind of fun. So I feel like I'm gonna remember this moment for a while.
I think Foley's right. Like if they take whatever a fraction of a penny off of a billion transactions a day, they also have proven through poly markets that they can handle the load. They can handle the load on their servers and whatnot with the way poly market. So I think like that might be their goal, is if you're buying it, put it in the same basket as Cardano, where it's like it'll be worth a bunch of money down the line. Don't look at the price. Just watch their feed and see. They never ever talk about price. So just watch their feed, watch what they're building, and then just don't be a whiny baby about the price. And eventually it'll pay off for you.
There you go.
I thought it was funny. I just had an Office Space, moment there where you were like, shit, now, oh, fuck, never mind. I lost it.
PC load letter?
Yeah, we're gonna need you to come in on work on Saturday there, Neil.
Yeah, Neil, we're going to need drain those Bitcoin balls, baby.
When he says it was supposed to be a fraction of a penny, and then it was a whole shit ton of money.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Must have missed the decimal point.
Oh, guys, I'm sweating here. This is great. Thanks for coming on this journey with me.
There we go. I love it. Can't wait to see you in a boxing ring or in a karate combat pit soon. I don't know if that's what you're going for, but I just love the idea of working out.
I just want to, I'm just
Just
in
don't get your ass kicked like this one
rule
guy.
number one of decentralized Fight Club is always talk about decentralized Fight Club.
Good point. That's a really good point. Always. I feel like I need to get like an elliptical in here now, or I should get something so I can be working out during the show.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, then it'll just be two of us out of breath trying to run a show.
Yeah. Why are you guys out of breath?
It's like a bunch of puppies. Like, oh, just so thirsty.
Well, shit. Anybody got anything else? Oh, my guy Frank's up in the house. What's up, my dude?
Hey, what's up? No, you was just up here throwing out some great Thanksgiving advice. I heard it, man. You know what I heard was invite all your family members who owe you money to Thanksgiving, get them into crypto, send them a link, and rug their ass so you can get your money back.
Yeah. Drain those family members.
I appreciate you, Jay Chains. I figured out how to get my money back after all these years. I just got to get them into crypto and rug them.
That's all you got to do, man. That's it. And maybe you can get them to fall for hey, send me that Ethereum you bought and watch. I'll send you 5 back. And they'll be like, oh, cool. And you'll be like, yo, fuck you. That's mine now.
Rule number one about crypto: don't trust anybody.
No
Grandma.
No one. Don't even trust your grandma when it comes to crypto.
Facts.
Because Granny's been holding sats, dude. Granny's a diamond hander, which we know is trouble. That's one way to get wrecked, but Granny knows how to hold, so she's doing it right. So don't mess with Granny. Satoshi's bride. GM, fam.
Bitcoin balls, baby.
Yes, correct. Okay, just a note about grandmothers. Just to let you know, okay. Like, Korean and Chinese grandmothers and grandfathers have been trading and doing this since like at least 2016. Just putting it out there. Okay, because of the way you see a grandma. Yeah, like grandmas are cool. Anyways, I really was interested. Thank you for the mic. I'm really interested in AK Foley. And how did you get into this meta vixens? Because I think they're gorgeous and beautiful. And like someone sent it to me, and I'm just enthralled, and I'm curious how you found it, and like, do you know the artist, lady? Please tell me more.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So the short version of it is there's one of the biggest holders. His name is Jake Balch, and I was in a couple groups with him, following around NFTs, and he was buying projects that I liked, and so I was basically just stalking his wallet. And I saw he had a bunch of these, just like you. He had a bunch of these beautiful hand-drawn digital women in them, and they're very sexy, but they're not totally naked. It's something they like. I have a 16-year-old daughter. Yeah, maybe it makes her blush a little bit, but it's something that I can still be proud to own and not like embarrassed by, right? And so I just started researching it, and at the time that I got in, they were like 0.05 with 0.06, something like that. And then I immediately found one that I loved, and I bought it for like 0.08, and the thing just went nuts. I think at one time the all-time high was like 1.5 ETH or something like that. And so I just slowly started building my portfolio. But to me, the coolest part about the whole project is, at that time, so she launched the project in February of 2022 as a solo artist. She's a professional graphic designer. She doesn't have her job anymore, but at the time that she launched, she did. And she was trying to go up against all these like 10,000 PFP, crypto bros, teams of 10. And she just slowly plodded along, and she didn't really ever care what the market was doing. And she always just had this vision of where she wanted to take it. And to me, the coolest thing about MetaVixens, you guys were talking earlier about like IRL stuff. It's a brand. So these first 1,000 MetaVixens, like we could easily take this to do a bunch of things with in real life, in other Web3 atmospheres, in social media. And so I think we're almost at the end of the main collection, but we're really just at the beginning of her journey as an artist. And what I would tell you is, if you're interested, please reach out to me, reach out to Mr. Dude. Happy to answer any questions you have. She has a side collection. So one of the main benefits of owning a MetaVixen is that every month we get these free airdrops, and some of this art is even just as, and even in some cases, more beautiful than the main collection that we just get for free. Those get sold on an exclusives collection that are much lower price point than the main collection. So right now, any given main collection Vixen goes from between, say, 0.3 ETH, it's wrapped ETH, to 0.5, something like that. So it's not for everybody. But the exclusives collection, you could get in for 20 poll. 20 polls, like, I don't know, $6 or $5 or something like that.
Yeah, you're paying around $10. I just dropped I just put the monthly HODLer airdrop that we got, Arch drop, up in the at the breakfast table there for you, Satoshis.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what we get for free.
Yo,
Plus,
I
you
need
got the
one of
canvas.
I need one of those cookies. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, if you go to Portugal, you get to do the MetaVixens holder dinner. So only one person has been to that. Not fully.
Yep. Not fully.
That was
Maybe
you.
this year we'll
That was
see
you,
if I
Mr. Dude, wasn't
recover.
it?
That was me. That was me.
Yeah.
He reminds me every day, and it hurts a lot. But yeah, I think again the number one reason that I got into it was just the approach. I'm an old guy. I'm 46. I like to invest in like stable stuff, and there's so much FOMO, there's so much pump, there's so much rug, and it felt like something that was going to be around for a while, and it's proven that. We'll be 3 years in February, and the pace she's minting, it's still going to be another 2 years before she mints out completely. So it's just a long-term way to invest in an artist who really believes in her craft, and somebody that she's a way better person than she is an artist too. So somebody you want to root for as well. So I'll shut up now, but thank you for the question.
That was actually a great pitch, Foley. That was a great job.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, and okay, then I want to thank you as a woman and as an appreciator of art and just like the slow roll, and like I got excited about like the fact that like I can buy an NFT from anyone on the planet, but like I can see what kind of artists they are, but like seeing the things that they're producing, and then like bam, I don't have to know them, I don't have to tell them, but I can support them. And so like yeah, I'm happy about you, and your people here, and like that. Thank you for doing that. And like,
Yep.
I think I want to meet her too, and I
Well,
think she's awesome.
Let me add one more thing. In my opinion, we have the best community of female collectors as well. And so it's, you know, we have fun, we make sexual jokes, we do all the bro stuff, but it's toned down in a way that it's very inclusive to everyone. And like we have some of the coolest fucking women in crypto in our community. And I think Mr. D would back me on that statement.
Yeah, true story.
Oh yeah. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Satoshi's Bride, thank you for coming up and asking that question. And Foley, like you guys said, an amazing pitch. Satoshi's Bride, you have a very nice sounding voice. I find it was very soothing to my ears to listen to you talk. You're more than welcome to come back and chat with us anytime. Not only because you sound great, but obviously because you're in Web3 and you have some solid opinions. So appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. Apologies for taking you late. I know everybody's got shit to do, and it's 10:07, so that means it's time to skedaddle, my friends. But we will be back at the breakfast table, as you guys know, at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We do come to you every Monday through Friday, so tomorrow's Thursday. So make sure you come back. I've got the 4 p.m. show today. It is gaming night, so I know we didn't talk at all about gaming, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, Mike, I assume you're doing your gaming stuff tonight. If that is not the case, let us know.
Yeah, I'm doing gaming tonight. I'll be live at 8. Gonna be playing a new game, and then we'll be around 9 o'clock. We'll do some fun with everybody else.
Fun. So make sure you guys follow everybody up here on the stage. And if you can't make any of the other stuff that we've got going on today, we definitely hope to see you tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful day today. Do something today. We talked about it in the show. Like, I'm trying to set up 10 years down the road from now, right? With my health and wellness of my body. That's a very long-term goal. What you can do now is just find a way to improve yourself 1% every single day. It's been a while since we talked about it. We'll get back into it. Healthy bodies, healthy minds. And guess what, baby? It's a bull run. We're about to have those healthy portfolios. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Ciao for now.